Do Ponzi schemers get caught? Yes, they do. Do they get convicted? Yes, they do. Do they have consequences? Yes, they do. Here's one who got 7 years in prison. 7 years in prison, a Ponzi schemer. And sometimes it takes a while, but one of the questions we get a lot from victims is, do these people ever get caught? Does anything ever happen to them? Well, they do if there's an investigation. If everybody gives up on it and just lets them get away with it, no, of course they're not going to get caught because no one's there to catch them. But yes, Ponzi schemers that are investigated and get caught do have consequences. So how big was this case? Well, he only had 20 victims. He convinced 20 people to liquidate their assets and give his company money to reinvest it, right? How big was the case? Well, he had to do restitution of 2.6 million. So he got 7 years stealing 2.6 million. It wasn't that big of a case. The FBI got involved and it was pled guilty. You will be back in your video in just a few seconds. In the meantime, remember that actualhuman.com offers you live one-on-one private video consultation with an expert in this exact subject. We want to listen to your story. We want to hear your questions. We want to give you expert advisement of your options and tell you what we know about your particular situation. Now back to your video. To a single count of wire fraud because he was going to get convicted. And now whether the victims get their money back will come from the fact of, will this guy ever have money? Or one of the other things that can happen is if the victims find third parties that have liability, right? This had something to do with insurance and some other security scams. So maybe you can go after the insurance company. Maybe you can go after the regulatory agency. Maybe you can go after a bank. Maybe their bank didn't keep track of their bank accounts that well. The most important thing with any kind of scam is to look at third-party liability. That's what we do with investigations. Are there any third parties that might have some possible connection to the case? Now, it takes some extra steps to try to involve them and get the money from them. But this guy's going to be in jail for 7 years. He's probably not going to have $2.6 million floating around when he's working at, 30 cents an hour folding prison clothes. But you want to make sure that you're looking at third parties to see if you can get your money back when these people get caught, because yes, they do get caught. Thank you for watching. Remember, you can access live one-on-one personal consultations with a licensed private investigator, a licensed commercial insurance broker, licensed certified real estate title examiner, also a certified civil court mediator. So if you have a need to talk to an expert in any of these fields, or even a licensed building general contractor, you can click the link below, actualhuman.com, and arrange a live one-on-one undivided attention with a licensed expert where you can ask any questions, get information about your situation, and we'd be glad to help.